Listen to the rain falling day by day. Listen to the rain falling day by day by day.
Hi, my name is Christopher Pease, and welcome to another edition on CP's Productions. Today we're going to go ahead and do a recap of the Auburn-Alabama game and then see who's going to go to the BCS National Championship. Alright, let's go ahead and start off with Auburn-Alabama. It was a wonderful game. 42-14, Alabama came in, just stole the show and left. Alabama within the first quarter has 14-7, Auburn 7. Now, Alabama within the first few minutes of the game comes out and scores a touchdown, automatically has their 7 points. Alabama went out there, knew what they wanted, knew what they had to do in order to become, in order to be in the BCS National Championship, which we'll get into that a little bit later on. Alabama came out, did what they needed to do, and left. As we all know, 42-14. Auburn scoring 1 touchdown within the first quarter. Second quarter, Alabama comes out with another touchdown and a couple field goals, 10-0 within the second quarter. So that's 24-7 within by halftime. We go into the third quarter. Auburn gets another touchdown. Alabama slacked off. We're supposed to be a second half team. Alabama slacks off. I don't know what we can say about that one. And they only get a field goal, 3 points. That's not really helping Alabama out as much, from my understanding, being an Alabama fan. But there's not much we can do on that one. I would say put the kicker back on the bus. We go back into the fourth quarter, 15-0. Alabama's got another touchdown and a field goal at the very end. With wrapping up to the final score, 42-14. Auburn apparently didn't know what they wanted when they went out there to play that game last night, and that obviously puts Auburn down with their rating. They're no longer 24, and Alabama still stays number 2 in the BCS national standings. And let's go ahead and look up at the championship. Okay, we have the BCS National Championship Bowl, January the 9th. First LSU, and the second team is Alabama, 1 versus number 2. We can say. I'll go ahead and say that we've been having a big debate over here. We had one person say Arkansas was to go to the BCS National Championship. I, of course, and another guy were saying Alabama was going to go to the BCS, and then somebody else said Oklahoma State was supposed to go. Oklahoma State is going to the Big Ten. That's about as far as they're going as we know right now. As of right now, LSU throughout the rest of the time has themselves locked in on the BCS National Championship. We go to Alabama. Alabama, it was the last 2 games it was the game after LSU that they played that really determined if they went. They were supposed to win their last 2 games, and they won their last 2 games. So as of right now, Alabama and LSU will play in the national championship. That'll be on January the 9th. We go to the Discover Orange Bowl, 5 Virginia Tech versus 23 West Virginia. I don't know much about those teams. I don't ever pay attention to them, so I'll just be honest about that. All-State Sugar Bowl is 16 Michigan versus 6 Houston. Again, don't know much about that one. I guess we'll go back up to LSU and Alabama after we get to talking about the rest. The Tostitos Fiesta Bowl is January the 2nd. And that is Oklahoma State versus Stanford. And then we have the Rose Bowl, which is 15 Wisconsin versus Mount Oregon. So that goes ahead and wraps up the standings for those. Now let's go ahead and head back up to the LSU-Alabama. LSU had it locked in from the beginning. Not losing a game. They had it right. They got themselves locked in. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about them. Now, Alabama, come out, played several good games. We were undefeated until we got to LSU, and we lost to the LSU Tigers. And then we go and play the Auburn Tigers last week, and just slammed them to the ground again, as you just heard, 42-14. Now, yes, I would love for Alabama to go, and as of right now, Alabama is going. But there is still somewhat of a little bit of a debate, some people say. I really don't see it. Alabama's played Alabama's worked hard for this position. So in my stands and in my vote, Alabama's going to the BCS national championship. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's pretty much all I got to say on that topic. Well, we hope you enjoyed our show. Tune in next week for another video. Thank you and have a nice night.